Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you will be fine. In the previous video, we were discussing the components which are compulsory for photosynthesis, and by different experiments, we were trying to prove that these components are very important. One very important component left at that time, and that component is the chlorophyll. Okay, so today we are going to discuss that chlorophyll is compulsory for photosynthesis. Okay, here on page 103 you can find here that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, for this purpose, to prove this, we have to take a D-starch plant which is having variegated leaves. Now what does mean by variegated leaves? Variegated mean such plants which have leaves in different color means it has chlorophyll in patches, for example green and yellowish patches in them. For example, you have seen money plant everywhere, and it has chlorophyll in, normally it has chlorophyll in patches. Or you can take any other plant, for example Duranta as given here. So in Pakistan money plant is more common, which is having variegated leaves. So variegated leaves mean, for example, this one is a leaf, and in that leaf some areas having chlorophyll and some areas are without chlorophyll. So in patches chlorophyll is present. Okay, so these blue areas which I am drawing, you can consider that here chlorophyll is present, and remaining portion which are white in color, so you can consider that they are having yellowish color, and they are chlorophyll is absent there. Okay, so we can select any variegated plant. So first of all, we will again take that potted plant, we will de-starch it by keeping 48 hours in darkness, and after that we have to perform a starch test. And already in the previous video I told you the method how we do perform starch test. Okay, first we will de-starch that plant, then after de-starching we will keep that potted plant in sunlight for 5 to 6 hours, and after that we will take a leaf and then we will pass through it with the procedure of starch test. Okay, now what will happen? Okay, for example, this is a variegated plant who is de-starched and then kept in sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. Now we are taking this leaf, we are boiling it in water, then in ethanol, then again in water, then placing on a tile, and we are applying iodine solution over it. So what will happen? Okay, so the areas which are green in color, so they will turn blue black. Why? Because in these areas starch has formed due to photosynthesis, so these will turn blue black, while these white area will remain brown due to iodine color. So this thing proves that photosynthesis just take place in green portion of the plant where chlorophyll is present. Clear this thing? Normally what happen, normally if we are not de-starching this plant and we are directly taking a leaf and we pass through it with a procedure, same procedure, and we apply without de-starching, we apply here this iodine test. So what will happen? The whole leaf will turn blue black. Why? Because when first starch form in these green parts, then it diffuse here in these areas. Okay, so these all areas will turn blue black, but when we de-starch it, when we perform this test as I have told you, then just 5 to 6 hours just photosynthesis will take place in these areas, and just in these areas starch will be present. Okay, okay, now one thing which is left is that find out which gas is given off during photosynthesis, as we have done in this equation already in the previous lecture, that carbon dioxide and water, they combine in the presence of sunlight, and chlorophyll carbohydrate which is in the form of glucose, it is formed and gas evolved which is oxygen. Okay, so we have to prove this thing that oxygen evolved during photosynthesis. Okay, for this what we will do? For this we will take a freshwater plant. Freshwater plant is a plant which is living in water, submerged in water, stay inside the water. For example, hydrilla plant. Okay, we will take a funnel and we will invert it, keep it in inverted position, and in it we will also place a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate in the water. Sodium hydrogen carbonate releases carbon dioxide. Okay, now we will take a test tube, we will fill it with water and we will invert that over it, and first it should be filled with water. Okay, then we will keep this apparatus in the sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. Okay, what will happen? Photosynthesis will take place, and during this process oxygen will release as a result of photosynthesis, and the bubble will start coming out and they will start accumulating here in this area. When bubble will accumulate here, water level will come down and here water level will increase. Okay, then we will take, what we will do, we will take this test tube from this place, and we will place our thumb under the test tube. Okay, by placing our thumb under the test tube, what we will do, we will take a burning matchstick inside this test tube and it will glow vigorously. So this shows that the gas which is released is oxygen, as oxygen support the process of burning. Okay, so in this way we can prove that the gas releases during photosynthesis is oxygen. Okay, now we have read here the conditions essential for photosynthesis. So we read about all the factors. For example, we have read about that carbon dioxide is compulsory during photosynthesis. Its presence is must, because if carbon dioxide will be present, it will combine with water, and all this process will take place in the presence of sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll, which is the green matter and present inside the leaves. Okay, so these are the essential factors or essential components for photosynthesis. Beside these, some other factors are also very important. For example, temperature. You already know that optimum temperature is very important. If we raise the temperature from 40 to 45 degrees centigrade, the photosynthesis process will be affected, as enzymes are very important for photosynthesis. So temperature and enzyme, they are also very important factors. If we increase the temperature, you already read in the chapter enzymes that enzymes are temperature dependent, sensitive to temperature. So these two factors are very important for the process of photosynthesis, and we don't study because water is also very important, but it is not included in your syllabus. So these are the conditions which are very important for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, if there is any problem, you can ask me, because many questions in Cambridge exams comes in exam related to these factors, and different experiments and different questions related to these factors, they do come in the paper. So for that reason, your concept should be very clear. So if you find any problem, you can ask. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.